Previously on Jukebox Zeros.
Scott Kurland from Writer's Bagel Basket is back.
Yay!
So anyway, what do you say we dig into Angelic to the core?
No.
This record is god-awful. Fuck.
Do you have a favorite track, Scott?
No, I don't!
It's finally over. We can finally put this mess behind us and...
That's right, there's still a whole nother disc, and it's waiting in your disc sleeve. So go pick up that disc and play disc 2 now.
What?
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
And now the dramatic conclusion. Hello, my name is Charles.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Jukebox Zeros. I'm Lee.
I'm Patrick.
Scott's here too from the last time.
Huh? What?
Just wake up. We're still...
Welcome to the Bagel Basket, everyone.
No, Scott. That's... Nope, you're in the smell cave, remember?
What? Where am I?
Take a whiff.
We all just kind of blacked out for a second because... We're still trapped in Corey Feldman's world.
That was real?
Yeah,
can you
believe it?
Scott,
can you believe it?
Scott, do you want me to prove it was real? Do you want me to prove it was real? It was real.
I don't want to hear. I know.
Scott, look at me.
Ow.
See how real it was when I hit my wrist like that?
All right, now let me pinch you.
No, Pat.
Why are all of our pants off?
I'm ready to pinch everybody.
Pat, no.
Okay.
No. Now's not the time for Professor Pinchington.
I am Professor Pinchington. I am here to pinch.
Pat,
come on, my little ones.
I appreciate the effort to try to bring up the mirth, but it's no use, man. We're still stuck here listening to Corey Feldman.
Is he back on tour in Romania? With all the Draculas.
All them Draculas.
Yeah, a lot of time has passed. We've been here for several weeks since the recording. I haven't seen my loved ones in a long while. Not because we're trapped here. We're just depressed, man.
I don't want my wife to see me like this.
I'm physically there, but
I don't know how I can face society having, knowing that I've listened to Corey Feldman.
Physically, I'm still here, but like spiritually, I am long gone.
The first half of Corey Feldman. There's a second half.
I can't believe he put us through this. This is cruel.
The first disc we listened to, 2 disc. I don't know if it was ever actually released. Yeah, it was released on physical disc. The first disc, the EDM section, entitled Angelic to the Core, Angelic Funkadelic.
Oh, okay.
But now what? But now we're listening to the second half. Angelic to the Core, Angelic Rockadelic. What? I already hate it.
Thanks. I hate it.
Yeah, that is literally the motto for this album. Thanks, I hate this.
Everything about this is terrible. I feel like we're committing some terrible grave sin against, humanity, against taste, against just general decency.
This is just exceptionally bad. I can't stress that enough, how terrible it's been so far. And you guys know. This is different.
This is a beast of its own making.
Exactly.
You know what? We need to try to keep our wits about us. We need to try to stay a little bit optimistic. That whole first disc was all EDM, pop, hip-hop sort of stuff, which clearly Corey Feldman has no knack for whatsoever.
Yeah.
But this next one is all rock music, which I guess was the kind of music he was doing as a solo artist until this one. And, you know, this was 10 years in the making,
Right.
so hopefully he's learned something about that kind of stuff. So who knows? Maybe it won't be absolutely terrible. I mean, I'm just grasping at straws here, but
Right.
I'm just doing all
Well,
that.
that's just the logical conclusion is that, okay, he clearly is not very good at dance music, but maybe he has some acumen for some rock.
Right.
He's got the voice for it.
I'm just doing all that I can not to just completely lose my mind right now.
Well, let's see.
This is all.
Cue Ron Howard. But they did.
This is all I have to cling to. So let's go into it. Maybe this won't be too bad. Here's the first track off of Angelic to the Core, Rockadelic. Track 1, titled Seamless. No,
Nope.
it's still really bad.
Wow.
Now here's the story of 3 podcasters trying to get through a bad Corey Feldman album. They are Arrested Development.
Nothing has improved in the transition from disc 1 to disc 2. The mixing still sounds aberrant, the vocals are still terribly, terribly washed out. Corey still hasn't learned how to stay on beat, and for some reason the uncoordinated brass section from test 1 didn't get the hint that it's time to go home.
But Lee, with a title like Seamless, it should be a seamless transition.
It
was not. So our good friend William Frederick Durst appeared on this record, did he not?
William Frederick Durst. Where have I heard that name before?
Yeah.
That name sounds so incredibly familiar.
Wow, my head just like really started.
Yeah, I just
I'm
got
getting
this
a
weird
splitting
pain
migraine.
too. I can't.
Oh my god.
William Frederick
What
Durst.
is going on?
Where
What
do
are
I know
you
that
doing?
name? Where do I know that name from? Where maybe
Oh, what is happening?
maybe this clip will shine some light on our interminable pain.
Check 1, yo. Gon' turn it up, gon' break it down, gon' twist it up, gon' move it around. She got the sex, we know it's next. Gonna wake up late and make another round. Let it thump and watch it ride. That's CFF.
No!
Kill it.
I'm having flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks. It's the third episode all over. It's the third episode all over again.
Wait, guys,
oh
is
my
this
god!
Fred
It's
Durst?
Results May Fairy. It's Results May Fairy all over again. Oh my god! Oh no! This is
ruined.
bad.
This is bad. We can't turn back though.
I don't feel so good, Patrick.
This is okay. This
like
is
my
the first time I've thrown up on this podcast.
It's like my insides are tearing me apart. Oh my god.
It's not good.
You seem oddly calm, Scott.
Wait, is this Fred Durst? I love Fred Durst, and by love, I mean hate.
God.
I hate this album. I hate you guys.
Ow. Scott, stop clapping your hands together. It's so loud. Oh my god.
All I did was make you guys watch Romeo and Juliet. That wasn't as bad as this.
Of all the insane decisions prevalent throughout this album, this is the only one that tracks and makes absolute total sense. Of course Fred Durst wants to roll with Corey Feldman. It fits perfectly.
Yeah, the douchebag Olympics.
Both are clear, outdated antiquities of their era that time has shown that they refuse to evolve or become enlightened with the time, so the coming together of them is beyond apropos. I mean, Fred Durst honestly sounds like the only one excited to be there.
He sure
At
does.
one point, he literally just goes, "Yo, Corey!"
Oh, my brother. Hey, Fred Durst, we're Eskimo brothers.
Hey Corey, can I stay on your couch?
I was about to ask if I could stay on your couch. Oh, man, you totally get me.
Hey, you want to go halvesies on the couch?
Yeah, where do we get a couch?
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Rotman's.
Oh boy. Also with lines like, "We be like Miley Cyrus twerking, you can't help but watch it." Durst is kind of right on the money, but not in the way that
But
he wants
also,
to be.
the whole Miley Cyrus twerking thing was 2012.
That's-
it was a while ago.
You're a little bit late. It's 4 years too late.
And you are like 50, sir.
Yo, guys, remember 1999?
No, you can't stay on my couch.
Oh, man.
I didn't even say anything about the couch.
I can see it in your eyes.
I'm still very sad.
Hey, remember when me and Corey Haim? No.
God, that's the only story you have.
So we were making License to Drive, and
Mercifully, this is the only guest appearance on the disc, so Feldman can't drag anyone else down to the murky depths with him this time. So I'll just end my thoughts by saying it's ironic that this song is titled Seamless, when none of the various interconnected parts flow with each other at all.
you see, what I was doing was a seamless transition. Fuck you.
Pat, do you think that means this is the closest Corey gets to making prog rock?
I think so. Yeah, he was definitely all over the place. This was probably the closest that he was going to get to Calling All Stations by our good friends in Genesis.
It would be Calling All Stations. And you know what? Ray Wilson probably would guest on this album, too.
Oh, man. That'd be great.
Look at this, blickety. I don't understand what that means.
You see, Corey, I love the Goonies because, you guys don't really eat anything in it.
So the Lost Boys. This is a bit too spicy.
Did they ever find their way home?
I remember
That's what the movie's about, right?
Teenage
They
Mutant Ninja
lost.
Turtles, not really for me because
All that
pizza.
All that pizza is too
No.
much acid.
Oh, hey, Ray. Good to see you. 3 Ray Wilson.
Whoa, how long have you been here?
Ray Wilson, hey. I'm making some burnt toast.
Who are you?
Great.
Oh, man. Clearly, the only way we'll make it through this round is by falling back into our prior coping mechanism with YouTube comments. Here's one from Nate Kushner who says, I like hip-hop rapping, so I like this because it features a hip-hop man doing hip-hop rapping.
I love that.
All right, I'm late for my shift at KFC.
That was a great track you laid down, friends. Too bad you gotta leave early. Yeah!
I gotta go manage a McDonald's.
Oh, you think they'd let him manage McDonald's? Fuck that.
Maybe you can get him to manage the McDonald's that you're opening in the jungle.
Oh yeah, seriously. Yeah, he can run. He can run with Oliver.
Listen to Old Men and Yell at Cloud for more.
Yeah.
This is the only way we're gonna make it through this. We gotta keep our wits about us. So let's move on to track number 2, titled
Yes.
Wanna Break Free.
Wanna break free. I wanna break free. Wanna break free. Wanna break. Wanna break free. Wanna break free. Wanna break.
Hey, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the David Bowie episode when we said how much we hated hearing David Bowie try to give his take on reggae music?
Yep,
Don't those sound so much better by comparison now?
they sure do.
So a recurring motif throughout the YouTube comments and listening to these tracks is that as instrumentals, these songs actually sound pretty decent, and there are some aesthetic choices for some of these songs that are either cloyingly generic pop or just plain awful. But at points I kind of sort of half agree with the YouTube populace's assessment of that. I mean, in this song, there's even this weird Mr. Bungle style breakdown that hits.
Oh
Like-
yeah, when the crunch guitars come in. Yeah,
like
that,
if Feldman actually legit wrote that entirely on his own with no outside assistants or songwriters, it would be pretty impressive.
yeah, that's quite a leap to make
And then-
from this sort of yacht rock feel into like new metal.
This isn't rock. This isn't rockadelic. This is bullshit. He's an asshole. We're listening to an asshole. We're literally listening to a sphincter sing a song.
Just pouring out hot gas.
Of course, Feldman has to bugger the whole thing up by just meatheadedly chanting, I want to break free, over and over again.
Yeah, it is crass. It is garbage.
Is there a music video for this too? Is there a music video of him copying Freddie Mercury and the pink little cardigan?
No thank you. No thank you.
Corey,
to break free.
Corey wants to break free.
Like so many others on this album, this one follows that distinct pattern of songs where Corey gets back at his critics who don't understand him. Once again, hearkening back to 90s era Michael Jackson that he loves so much, to which I say, Corey, you need the media to be paying attention to you in the first place in order to take revenge against them.
Very true.
Do you think he'll listen to that?
I don't think he will. Is he even going to listen to this podcast?
I'm not sure if he even has a computer.
I bet he does. He just searches for his name.
He has a Coleco.
It just makes me think of this guy I used to work with who would say, "Yeah, I don't do the computer."
What? I don't do the computer.
As a guy I used to work with at Whole Foods, and we would take we would do like a fucking survey every year, like an employee survey, whatever bullshit.
What exactly does he do then, if not the computer?
I don't do the computer. Like, not a hell of a lot else.
Fucking analog typewriter?
I have so many questions.
He was a special man.
How old was he?
He was like 40, in his mid-40s.
Nope. like if he was 60
He had a
or...
ponytail. Is it starting to make a little more sense now? He went to a lot of Grateful Dead shows and experienced them.
And if you ever want to jam, I was also the bassist in the Pretenders.
Boodly boodly boom.
Yeah, it was a good riff.
Ba-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding, Corey.
Overall, bad track with one breakdown that's legit interesting until Corey reopens his mouth. Just bad. Bad song.
Bad times.
Here's YouTube comment time. This one from steamy.eroge, who...
Okay.
That's his name. Who, or she, I don't know.
You live your you,
That
boo.
landscape got some sick eroge, man.
You do you, Steamy or steamy.eroge. Who really sums it up perfectly and succinctly with one word comment. Sad.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely one of the many emotions that you can absorb from this experience.
I know we feel sad.
I'm you know what I am? I'm ready to see what this album has to offer next. Maybe it's a good song. Is it going to be?
Nope.
Let's find out. Here's
You seem pretty confident, Scott.
I am.
You're really good at pattern recognition then.
Oh, yeah.
Here's track number 3, titled Negativity.
Negativity is everywhere. You affect me negatively. I'm not afraid of you, and you are not ashamed by me.
I would love just for him to be in like the booth and you hear him go, "Hey, look, Keither Sutherland's here. Come here, you son of a bitch. Stop it. Stop it. Ah, no, Kiefer, stop hitting me. Hey, can I stay on your couch?"
I don't really have much to say about this song other than that it is really just like another exercise in what not to do in a song. It's just everything about it is so like just delusional and not aware of itself, and just shitty and just poorly executed.
Step 1, don't be a former child star. Step 2, don't come out with a shitty album.
Are we absolutely sure that Fred Durst went home? He seems to still be getting his new metal stink all over
the
Feldman's
ghosts of
slightly
Durst.
different. He's getting his new metal stink all over Feldman's slightly different stink.
Does he have a producing credit on this? Does Fred Durst?
I don't know.
Probably
I don't think so. I think he was
influence.
just the guest vocal.
I don't know.
Also, I don't know at what point Corey discovered the orchestral setting on his discount Yamaha keyboard, but boy, he loves to use it in this song to a pretty annoying amount. Like, the vocals were already drowning in the mix, and like every time the orchestral synths pop in, they just manage to suffocate everything when they pop up.
Do you think like Corey got a real producer and after day 1 the guy's like, "I'm out." Like a dealer doing blackjack when he's at the end of his shift, he just goes,
It's like, well, that's it for me. Fuck
yeah.
off. Going
Like
home
you
now.
got-
Fucking going home. Fuck
All right.
off.
Got like Adam Casper to come in, and then Alan Mulder.
Adam Casper.
Alan Mulder, and like
You know,
don't
Corey,
this is the Rockadelic album. He needs to get the
You don't-
greats in. Butch Vig, you know.
You don't think he could afford Ross Robinson?
All right,
I got a real producer. I got Liz Fair.
Ooh, yeah.
Why can't Corey dream about Corey?
And I thought you were going to say, why can't Corey read? For a second. That's a good tie into our Why Can't Corey Read episode.
Guys, we actually liked Why Can't Tori Read. Let's keep this as far away from that as
That's
possible.
absolutely right.
Remember when you were promoting it on the Bagel Basket and I was like, yeah, what's the album? Why can't Tori spell?
That was really good.
You got me good.
How come we didn't even think of that on the program? We were so young.
But guys, Corey's not afraid of you, you know? He's tough. He's mild. He's so mild.
Oh, yes, you are, Corey.
Corey Feldman, mild.
Oh, he's so cute when he's
He's
angry.
such a mild little boy.
Oh, Corey.
Oh, I'm gonna stamp my little feet.
You little grumpa boy, you little grumpa boy.
Oh, Corey, with
have
your
you-
little plastic skin and all of your Botox.
Have you guys ever seen those angry Jeeps on the highway?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? They're just Jeeps, but there's like some kind of special attachment you can get to them, like on the front, that doesn't seem to do anything for the hood or like the aerodynamics or anything, but it's there to just make it so that your headlights look like they're angry headlights.
Yeah. Really.
I'm such a mild Jeep. Oh, I'm a mild little Jeep.
How,
I'm so angry.
How fragile does your masculinity have to be in order to, like, I really need to convey the emotion of anger from my headlights?
I need to look angry to distract from the fact that I bought a Jeep.
Hey, guys, I'm really upset. Why, Corey? I just watched my wife sleep with another guy. Can I stay on his couch?
I think that's a better question for him.
Why are you asking me, Corey? I'm scared. He scares me.
He's really big and handsome.
When he drove up, he was listening to Sublime, so now I'm scared.
I'm really scared because this would be my third divorce, and I really can't afford the alimony anymore.
He seems like a really cool dude.
I don't want him to think I'm scared or anything, even though I am scared.
He said I could call him Uncle Kyle.
He's real handsome.
So here's our YouTube comment from this one. Rain Shadow Band says, imagine if humanity disappears and 1,000 years in the future, all recorded music is lost except for this song. This would be in an alien museum somewhere to describe humanity's creativity. I'm depressed.
That is really depressing.
You see, the Earthlings listen to this music. It's called douche rock.
Are the aliens old hormone monsters?
No, I was trying to do like...
You got it, baby!
You got it, Corey!
You're the man, dog!
You're the man, Corey! We gotta get that poop out of your tissue.
It'd be funny if, like, okay, it's this song, but then, like, something not great, but slightly better, like, I don't know, something by like the band Spoon.
Wait, that's your go-to? Spoon's actually good. I was gonna say something like Train or something.
I mean, Train it sucks. I mean, I don't know. Spoon is fine. They're not my favorite band.
Back in the atmosphere with drops of Corey in his head.
No, I'm pretty sure they would just fucking waste our planet if they ever heard anything by Train.
Hey, so Corey, why you Corey?
No.
It's like, well, that's enough from us, Captain. I agree. Push the button. Beep. No more Earth. Earth's gone.
And then we get the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Dr. Corey, Dr. Corey.
Dr. Corey, Dr. Corey.
Ooh, Dr. Corey.
Can I play piano anymore? Can I sleep on your couch?
Of course you can't.
No. Oh, man.
So there I was on the set of Bordello of Blood.
I hate every bad person I see. From,
Dennis Miller to Connie V.
to the St. Louis Spikes. Bunch of haters.
The St. Louis Spikes.
Go Spikes.
Go.
No, it was
Oh,
specifically...
man, guys, let's take a road trip to St. Louis and cheer
Go
on the
see the
Spikes.
State College Spikes.
Oh, I would love to go to St. Louis. That's a fun city.
Give us an S. Give us a P. Give us a Corey. Oh, shit, guys, run.
Did someone say Corey? I said you. Guys, if you say his name too much, he pops up.
He's like Beetlejuice.
Everyone
He's like Guy Fieri. Every time you mention pastrami, he pops up.
Oh, my God. I am so glad you mentioned Guy Fieri because as I was driving here, there was a guy who was crossing the street who looked like if Bruce Springsteen and Guy Fieri had a baby.
Flavor Town is coming to town.
Screen door slams and Flavor Town's on her way. Like a vision, she's walking across the popcorn shrimp. cafe. Guys playing for the Lord.
Burn down in Pastrami Town.
Corey Days, and we brought it back.
Corey Days, there we go.
I'll just say one quick thing about Guy Fieri. Every time Drives, Dives, and Dies opens, I like to imagine that Corvette he's driving just crashes after it goes off camera. Just like, hey, everybody, it's to Drive, Dives, and Dies, so stick around.
See, that's how I knew this was going to be a good recording session. I was driving here. I was like, the only way I know this is going to be a good recording session is if I see someone who looks like Guy Fieri. Oh, there he is!
That's a very specific omen. All right.
He took the East Street Band down to Flavortown.
Unfortunately, now we have to go back to the album.
Oh, no.
Corey
There's more of
Days.
this? You're saying that there's more.
As much as I would love to just spend the whole Corey Feldman episode talking about Guy Fieri.
This is like the fucking Spanish Inquisition. This is awful.
See, like, Guy Fieri would have, like B-list actors on. Like,
I'd much rather hear his album.
No, I'm wondering if, like, on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, or whatever stupid show he's working on, if he ever had Corey Feldman on. Like, this is Corey's favorite soup kitchen.
Great. So, is this like Campbell's? Yeah, isn't it great? They got the name brand stuff. Okay.
It's actually not name brand. We just slapped that on the front to make him feel better.
Come on, Corey.
It's government grade.
Come on, Corey. Say it's a trip to Flavortown. No, I'm not going to do that. Track number 4, titled You Got Me.
That'd be nice. You got me.
That was the most clear he's ever sounded on any of this album.
Wow, listen to that. He rhymed knees with please. I've never heard that before.
I feel like this was
song.
a plead for him to be on Punk'd.
You know what I just...
You got me, Ashton. See how surprised I am.
You know what I just realized? This is basically him ripping off I Need to Know by Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You got me. I need to know. I mean, you got me. It's my song. I wrote it.
Running down to Corey.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking from Run Down a Dream. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Tom.
Same as before, this song has the makings of a decent track, but I almost said Corgan. But Corey Feldman.
Oh, what if Billy Corgan was on this album?
Hey, Corey.
I don't like you, Corey. I detest you. Oh, man, don't be like that. Come on, do the song everybody loves. No.
Christmas time has
Christmas time.
Took my Corey, we took it down.
I remember dreaming of Corey Feldman. That was a bad day. Same as before. Anyway, if Corey Feldman wasn't gargling and groaning all over it, even that tacked on brass section kind of sounds like it has something to do. But Corey Feldman just ruining it once again.
It's just another poorly mixed, poorly executed track. I hated it.
I feel like if they made an Eddie and the Cruisers 3, this is the shitty type of music that he would have ended up on.
This would have been a direct-to-DVD release.
Yep.
Normally when I do these albums, I'm looking up articles and researching to better talk about what went down around the album, including looking up the lyrics for songs. It shouldn't surprise you to learn that no website has been actively keeping track of the lyrics to these songs past the first few tracks. Even Genius.com, who's normally like my go-to source for this sort of thing, has pretty much given up on tracking them after the first disc ended. And why would you? So far,
they're much smarter than us, apparently.
I just kept looking it up, and where it says lyrics, it just says in parentheses, Corey says something stupid.
Seriously?
No.
Oh, because I was like, I would not be surprised.
I had you going there.
Corey says a bunch of fucking pseudo-intellectual nonsense. It's not even pseudo-intellectual.
Yeah, pseudo-intellectual, like lickety-splickety.
Yes. He's practically like Orwell, just creating new words.
Corey Feldman died for our sins.
We salute you, Corey.
Here's your YouTube comment from this one, from a user called, and this is true, I'm a huge douchebag. And his icon is a picture of FCC Chairman Ajit Pai.
Excellent.
Anyway, of You Got Me, he asks, what anime is this from?
Top
Food
10
Wars.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
This is what plays in the Bebop.
Yeah, which episode of Fist of the North Star is this from?
Well, Corey is a Full Metal Alchemist.
He should go back to alchemy school then.
Yeah,
he looks like an alchemist.
Guys, is he the result of that one episode where that one guy just like combines like his dog with his daughter?
Yeah.
It doesn't turn into the dog daughter, it turns into Corey Feldman.
I feel like if you look at Corey Feldman, he looks like a guy who thinks Peter Jackson's making another Lord of the Rings. And he's like, if I dress like an elf, I'll be an elf. He'll cast me. Corey, we have a role for an orc. I'll take it. And a couch to sleep on.
Orcs are like elves, right? Except gross.
Yeah.
But I'm not gross, but everyone else will be in on the joke. Yeah, sure, Corey, you think.
Hey guys, I got some sacred jewel shards. Corey, that's a joke about anime. They already passed that. They're on Lord of the Rings jokes now.
Now I'm just imagining Corey Feldman like just setting up shop after everything's dried up in like Salem or something, selling crystals to people. Hey guys, you want to buy some hematite?
This crystal I had up my ass when I was making the Lost Boys. To the tribe.
I got some pyrite. It kind of looks like gold, but they call it fool's gold, huh?
But I know you're no fool because you're about to buy it, right? No? Okay.
Buy my pyrite.
Okay. Make sure to check out the ghost tours.
I feel like Corey Feldman would end up opening a family restaurant called Feldman's.
Feldman's Family Feedback.
Here you go. Here I am, Uncle Corey. Thank you, ma'am. This will be a treat. Uncle Corey, now you eat. There's nothing in the basket. Oh, no!
Oh, you want a soda? Your teeth too cold?
Uncle Corey, my teeth too cold.
Shut up, you little freak!
You're a freak!
Why did Corey turn into Ren?
Corey Haim, you idiot!
R.I.P.
Here's track number 5, titled Baby Blue Eyes. Ostensibly, this was supposed to be like the lighter waving track, but at the beginning, he just whispers, "Daddy's here." I am immediately out.
Yeah, that I tagged right out when I heard that.
Same as before. Generic hooks, generic instrumentation, generic lyricism, all made just crap by abysmally substandard vocals from Feldman.
Fuck this guy.
Dear Corey Feldman, just write songs. Don't sing on them. Give this to some fresh-faced, non-threatening, earnest white guy with no personality that you can imprint onto.
Didn't he write this song for his wife?
I don't know. Give it to someone like Gavin DeGraw or Jesse McCartney or Ed Sheeran.
I mean, Gavin DeGraw is gonna, really want to take a track by Corey Feldman.
I mean, he's probably not doing much else right now.
I don't want to be Corey Feldman.
Yeah, I think he's still living off those I don't want to be bucks.
He had two or three hit songs.
He did. He had another one more recently.
Oh, chariot, this Corey Feldman.
I'm just saying, if he wrote songs instead of singing and performing on them, then he might actually have something people might want to buy on iTunes instead of whatever the fuck this stuff is. So I mentioned in the first part of this two-parter that Feldman had embarked on a long-winded tour of the U.S. To promote Angelic to the Core. Out of curiosity, I looked up on setlist.fm to see what his typical setlist was during the tour, referring to one of his last stops at the Whiskey A Go-Go in West Hollywood. Not counting solos taken by his backing band of Angels, there were 18 songs in total, encore included, and of the 18 songs, 8 of them, a good 45% of his set, were covers. And what were these covers? I will list them here for you so you can draw your own conclusions. Here's the songs that were covered at the Whiskey A Go-Go show. Breed by Nirvana.
Okay.
Rock On by David Essex. Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
No kidding.
Cry Little Sister by Jared McMahon. From the Lost Boys soundtrack. Goonies Are Good Enough by Cyndi Lauper from the Goonies soundtrack.
Stand By Me from Stand By Me.
I was about to say Stand By Me by Benny King.
Fuck right off, dude.
I was joking.
Why Don't We Do It in the Road by the Beatles.
Okay.
And Tutti Frutti by Little Richard.
What bop bam Corey.
I'm Paul McCartney.
I didn't give you permission to do that.
You took my song.
Why don't we do it in the road? I wish you wouldn't. No.
No, stop it.
I don't like it one bit.
I said one more day. You could stay on my couch one more day, and you didn't.
I said that to be nice, and you took advantage of my kindness.
Because we were brothers in Peter Arms.
I wrote Uncle Albert. I don't need this garbage. And scene. Also, according to Setlist.fm, he also on occasions did covers of Uninvited by Alanis Morissette, What's Up by Four Non-Blondes, and here's the worst one, Zombie by the Cranberries.
Oh, I knew that one. I knew that.
In your head, zombie, zombie, can I sleep on your couch?
Zombie.
With their tanks and their bombs and their hames. Oh, Corey, I miss you so much.
That tour has already passed, so there's no indication that Feldman's going to be hitting the road anytime soon, so we'll never know for sure what those shows and covers were like. But we have a man on the inside. Friend of the podcast, Jonathan Sassor, from the In Through the Outdoor episode. He actually went to the Haverhill tour stop at the Whiskey Barrel when it came around.
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
I messaged him a while ago to inquire what the show was like, and here's what he had to tell me.
Oh, no.
In July of 2017, I went to go see Corey Feldman and the Angels play at the Whiskey Barrel in Haverhill, Massachusetts. It was a sight to behold. In a room packed with a mix of thirsty 40-year-old women and assorted nostalgia-hungry others, the show featured many more costume changes than one would expect from a dank bar in northern Massachusetts. Feldman emerged on stage in full Michael Jackson regalia for the opening bang, Ascension Millennium. This first part of the set featured Feldman belting high-energy dance numbers, which then gave way to the Angels having their own spotlight songs, including a cover of Breed by Nirvana, sung by a bass player who was wearing just enough of a shirt to not be cited for public indecency.
I was going to ask that.
Then Feldman retook the stage and reflected on his former co-star Corey Haim with a projected video montage while singing future track Remember 222, Corey's song. Then it was back to more dance pop, and after another song or two I decided I had reached the optimum absurdity and decided to call it a night.
Wow. I salute you, John Sassor.
That's what our friend John Sassor had to say about that.
I then walked into the bathroom and a man was hanging himself.
Your YouTube comment for this track comes from the user Rogan, who says...
Oh, it's Seth Rogen.
Oh, it's Joe Rogan.
Shit, my weed. Oh, shit. They stole all my weed. I can't find my weed.
What did Seth Rogen say?
From user Rogan, who says, you've got to admire his energy. I mean, I have a crumb of talent, and I can't get out of bed most days.
Oh my god, it is Seth Rogen.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, I can't get to the Whiskey Barrel in Haverhill. They stole all my weed. Anyway, track number 6, titled For My Love. But by the way, it's not the word for, it's the number 4.
Oh.
Because that's important.
That is really important to note. Thank you, because now I just want to fucking kill myself.
Corey, we wish you no ill will. We wish you get the help you need.
Oh, yes.
And I hope we all get the help that we desperately need.
Oh, yes, we're gonna need it.
We're at victimsofcoreyfeldman.org.
Here's the track.
I get so scared I cannot think to say the words I really mean. For my love, I write this song to you. And my love, nobody makes me feel the way you do.
Guys, Corey wants it that way.
You know, it's weird. The only thing that's been giving this half of the record any sort of defining characteristic is, per usual, Corey Feldman's unsuitable and grating singing voice. How badly it fits into the proceedings. Beyond that, the majority of the tracks on Rockadelic are just dull, bland, and generic. Just so painfully generic. I can't even get anything from these lyrics because nobody bothered to keep track of them, and understandably so. I never thought we'd reach a point where I'd be missing the psychosis that was the Funkadelic side. I mean, it was trash noise through and through, but there was at least something happening to stimulate some sort of reaction. Your brain would start to glaze over, and then there would come a part of the song where Corey Feldman would be jumping around going, "Blickety, blickety," and you'd be snapped back, and you'd be snapped back to your torpor.
Once again, this is not rock.
Yeah, this feels like a fucking like Vertical Horizon ballad. Or,
She's everything you want.
All I want is a couch to sleep on.
And that couch means nothing to you, so let me sleep on it.
You get what I'm saying, though, right? Like,
yeah.
Just the majority of this album, all I've done is just go, "This is bad. Let's move on."
Right, and this is just so fucking vanilla that. Although one thing I will say
this is what Corey thinks rocks.
See,
yeah.
Honestly, we've been making fun of this for so long. I'm starting to feel sorry for him.
Yeah, let's make no mistake. The dude is fucking pathetic.
No, it's not even that. I feel bad about making fun of him because you can't make fun of someone who hates themselves.
Maybe that was the whole point. Maybe that's the only reason he put this album out. Like, he was having a hard time and he was just like, "I'll put this out and then everyone's gonna be my friend.
Laugh and the whole Corey laughs with you.
I'm gonna have so many friends that I'll have to get a friend bank or something."
Hey guys, I'm affable. You know, you can make fun of me. Make fun of the fact I have so many friends, and then I'm so cool.
Martha Plimpton won't return my phone calls.
Guys, I'm making a joke about how I'm bad at rapping, but you're in on the joke, right?
Yes, this is definitely an enjoyable experience for us. Thank you,
Corey. Are you okay? Are you okay, Corey?
Oof. Anyway, this song is bad, so let's move on.
Yeah, give us those sweet YouTube quotes so we could move the fuck on.
This one is from, and this is a weird name, Common Roy Tover 80, who remarks...
I'm guessing the guy's name is Roy.
He remarks, "God, I wonder what it was like to live in rich white people 90s heaven."
First off, Corey Feldman was rich white people's 80s. He was poor in 1990s rich white people.
So I know I'm going to regret this, but I really, really, really just wish this half of the album would curveball somehow. Just give me something to elicit a reaction
seriously.
to. Just give me something.
Yeah, are we going to get it or what?
I don't know. Anyway, here's track number 7, titled "We Wanted Change."
Back when we were all together and we knew we were here to stay. We were together, we wanted change. We said forever, we were one and we were the same.
What the ever-loving fuck is he doing?
The return of Bruno.
Why? So much why?
What is going on?
Why is there a soft shoe jazz number? Why is it produced lo-fi all of a sudden? Why is Feldman's delivery any of that?
Hey, Lee, remember when you offered me the chance to do the return of Bruno?
Oh my God.
Can we do that instead? Because this was like the return of Bruno.
It's like When I'm 64, except stupid.
Not even that. I was waiting for him to do boop boop be doop.
It's like Louis Armstrong if he was stupid. It's like Tony Bennett if he was stupid. It's like Harry Connick Jr. if he was stupid.
That's literally everything on this album is...
It's like swing music, but stupid.
Yeah, that's very good, apt review right there.
Here's where I part ways with the collective thinking of YouTube. Up to this point, people have been smartly giving Corey Feldman songs a correctly wide ratio of likes to dislikes, leaning very heavily on the dislike side of things. The song Forbidden Attraction, for example, has 27 likes to 169 dislikes, for example. Here, the ratio is much closer, with 316 dislikes to 206 likes. To which I replied, no, stop this. I know you're the internet and you gotta troll everything at all times and be like, this is one of the dumbest things committed to digital audio, therefore it's a stroke of genius because it's so bad it's good, or some shit like that. You're wrong. Wrong.
No, this is
God damn it!
Yeah, this is objectively bad. Can we just state that? Jukebox
I defy
Zeros.
you, YouTube users.
Yeah.
You are wrong.
Yeah, they are all wrong. This is bad. This deserves all the dislikes.
Guys, this is
so
my
poorly
favorite
done.
track.
Yeah. I think that's every song.
It's bad. But despite what I just said about YouTube, I'm still going to defer to it for a comment quote from one Benjamin Decimo, who makes the comparison, "This is like You Got a Friend in Me meets cancer."
Good old Benny Deso.
You got a friend in Corey. You got a friend in Corey. Please.
I really... That quote was funny, but at the same time... Leave cancer out of this. What?
You think this album is making cancer look bad? By comparison?
I would say so. Yeah, come on. Like, that's slander. That's legit slander. You know,
People
cancer
are
has made
overcoming...
cancer has made some mistakes. Has made, you know, a few errors here and there.
It's also an astrological sign, though, which is more than can be said for Feldman.
Yeah, it's fucking crab. I'm a Cancer.
I like crab juice.
Corey has crabs.
It goes great with chocolate.
Oh, I love chocolate.
We only have Mountain Dew and crab juice.
You gotta get it on a stick, though. None of that bullshit for squares.
Yeah, don't put it in a bowl. Or a square bowl.
What are you, a pleb?
Guys, I think my brain has melted. I don't know what to say anymore.
They've all melted, Scott. All of our brains have melted.
Yeah, just embrace.
Ugh.
Embrace the new mind.
Are you guys mad at me? Did I do something wrong to deserve this?
How can there possibly be more tracks? We're on track number 8, titled Take a Stand.
The world is dark from clouds to let the sun shine down. Just get up off the ground and
bombs rock the city before the blackout.
Take a stand. Take my hand. Just take a stand.
Does it perhaps sound like Corey Feldman is just kind of going down a checklist of song cliches at this point?
Yeah, because everyone's favorite song cliche is do a Black Crowes song.
I was thinking more like, let's have a patriotic song. We already had a white people reggae song, a half-assed industrial song, a really poorly conceived ballad, and whatever fucking abortive bebop flatulence we wanted change was.
Yeah, this is hot garbage. Once more.
What's with the news clips?
It's funny you mentioned that because this song was originally part of the soundtrack to an indie comedy called We Will Rock You, Operation Belvish Bash. The only directing role of actor Alice Livsov...
that guy.
What is happening?
I already fucked that off.
What is happening right now?
Alex Lvovsky, I want to say.
We've all lost our goddamn minds.
whose best-known acting role was a helicopter pilot in Charlie Wilson's War.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yep. We Will Rock You was a political satire of sorts about a Western rock star who gets implanted into Afghanistan to entertain troops, but with the ulterior assignment of assassinating Osama bin Laden. In addition to Feldman and Lvovsky himself, the film also features Mark Metcalf, Frank Stallone, Daniel Baldwin, Larry Thomas, and the Iron Sheik.
Aw, man.
So everyone's brother and the Iron Sheik.
They couldn't get Tony Travolta.
They couldn't get Captain Lou.
But they did get the Iron Sheik, which I do love. I do love the Sheik. He's amazing on Twitter.
They couldn't get Hulk Hogan.
Hey, Corey, brother. Hey, remember Gremlins 2? Hey,
what's that song you did? Goonies are Goonies for Goonies.
Wait.
That's the one. That's how it goes.
I totally forgot. Goonies are good enough. Who's in that music video?
Cyndi Lauper.
Captain Lou.
Oh my God, he is!
Wow, Captain Lou and Cindy had
We've made the connection between Corey Feldman and Captain Lou.
Because Corey Feldman is also in that music video.
Yeah. Well, Captain Lou and Cyndi Lauper were friends because she wrote the fucking History of Music song.
And he was
I'll be your guiding light.
He was in the music video to Girls Just Want to Have Fun, too. He was as her dad.
My God, you're right.
He was in 3 of her music videos.
And when Corey Feldman went to sleep, asked to sleep on his couch, his response was, "You're not gonna sleep on my couch tonight, Captain Lou, Albano."
Listen, Corey, talk to your moms, talk to your dads, talk to your priests, your rabbis. Don't do drugs. If you do drugs, you go to hell
before you die.
Please. He gets that last please in there, too.
Just out of curiosity, I watched the trailer after getting through Take a Stand, and, well, it does not look like a good film by any definition.
No shit.
Like, did you watch the trailer at all?
No!
Let me guess, is the Iron Sheik, who is actually from Iran, I think. I am going to hazard a guess that he's playing an Afghanistan
what do you think?
Citizen.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean,
Like, indeed.
I mean, imagine like a good war satire. Like, imagine like Wag the Dog or MASH or even Team America World Police. Like, take one of those and like have it directed by Seltzer and Friedman. That's the level of humor. That's the level of humor that we're dealing with. At least from the trailer. For anyone confused, Seltzer and Friedman are the abortive pair of directors behind like Epic Movie and Meet the Spartans and
Oh God, no!
all those shitty
Wait,
parody
they
movies.
produced it?
No, they directed them.
No, I mean the bad.
No,
Did you like not another teen movie and shit?
Not another teen movie was actually by Joel Gallen, who he's actually a decent director.
They didn't produce them. What I'm saying is, from the trailer alone, that's the level of humor it looks like.
And Corey Feldman's the lead in it.
He is like a supporting role, and
He wasn't even good enough to be the lead?
nope, the lead was the fucking director,
Hey,
Alex.
they took a
Levovsky.
song of his too. Okay, like that's pretty good.
Yeah, Alex.
That's a pretty good deal.
Alex Levovsky didn't make a song. The Iron Sheik didn't write a song.
Oh my God! Imagine if he did. I would love a fucking album by the Iron Sheik. Oh my God! You ever see the there's a video or I don't even know why he is with Kermit the Frog, but
Wait, what?
You
You have my full undivided attention.
Go on.
Gormer the Frog. Gormer the Frog.
I am already a fan of this.
Dude, Iron Sheik he is the light of my life. I love him so much. If he actually made an album, I would review it on Old Men Yell at Cloud, not this show.
That's for good albums.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Anyway, the movie We Will Rock You Operation Belvis Bash is really only notable because its premiere coincided with the actual assassination of Osama bin Laden by U.S. troops during the Obama administration.
Jessica Chastain was also there.
Feldman was actually interviewed by Movie Line not long after its premiere, where he was quoted as saying, "The timing is simply unbelievable, whether life imitates art or art imitates life." Fuck you, Corey.
Yeah,
You
so
piece
he's
of
taking credit
shit.
for fucking murdering the leader of Al Qaeda, basically.
I did it all by myself. I get to stay on all the couches now.
America's couch is mine.
You may thank me
But
by
White
sending
House.
me a couch.
So there I was at the soup kitchen. Of course, getting soup, not giving it out.
Why would I do that after all? I paid my dues.
Hey, a hard day working for Scale. I gotta get some soup.
I had the day off from my midday shift at Arby's.
I just want to point out that he was in a movie with Academy Award winner Jason Robards. That's all I'm saying.
As for Take a Stand, it's just more generic pop rock with Corey's aggravating rasp layered over it. Just a little more jingoistic than the other ones. Not good.
No, it is not good. So just read that fucking quote. We need to move on.
This one comes from PSP Man 3000.
Oh.
Who provides the comment, "It's like if an anus made music."
It truly is.
Yeah, you said that already, did you not?
I did. I did.
Glad we're all on the same page.
He's a sphincter.
Oh, PSP Man 3000, you truly are like you're the fucking zeitgeist, man.
It's like an anus prolapsed onto a fucking like piece of aluminum foil, and you just take that and smear that.
Together. We go together like Corey Feldman and Corey Haim-Babop.
It's funny you mention that.
Yeah,
Corey
that's why I
Haim,
did that.
because we're on to track number 9, titled...
Oh, I know.
Yep. We referred to this earlier. It's titled Remember 222, Corey's song.
I needed that. That sucks.
Was this the theme song to their shitty TV show that they had?
I don't know. So what we basically have here is a tribute of sorts to Feldman's deceased friend, fellow 80s heartthrob and frequent co-star Corey Haim.
But they were on bad terms when he died. They hated each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's a poser. Like,
well, I mean,
not according to Feldman, apparently.
I mean, maybe that just made him feel all the more guilty, you know?
Maybe. And boy, does this song make me cringe.
It sucks. I mean, this was a bit more of that Funkadelic vibe happening on this song. He was off the rhythm once more with the vocals.
Even if you ignore those typical hang-ups of Feldman's awful singing, questionable music talent, and generally amateurish songcraft and lyric writing, this reeks very heavily of someone just refusing to let go of a piece of their misspent youth. Like they're like we said before, like they're in Arrested Development, just unable to grow past their peak glory days when they were younger and more spry.
Seriously.
But this is my tribute to Corey. But it wasn't.
That's the thing. We can't get angry about it, though, because it's heartfelt and about a guy who he loved dearly and died and stuff.
It's about Corey Hart. Forgot about him.
He wore sunglasses.
Sunglasses at night. Yeah.
Here's some words that rhyme with Corey.
And that's what that's based on. Yeah. The Corey hotline is actually based on Corey Feldman and Corey Haim.
Oh, it has to be, yeah.
Allegory, Montessori.
Montessori.
Let's see what's in the paper today.
I really feel like Ron Howard should be narrating his life, like Arrested Development style. Like, so my next album's going to be a huge hit.
And don't get me wrong, it's inarguably sad how Corey Haim died, unable to kick his drug dependency and with a net worth of about $5,000. A huge far cry from his glory days, but this is just about the most inept way to pay tribute that you can imagine. It's even got like clips from their films and stuff. This is sad, and not in like a touching sad.
I know on the reality show he like scolded Corey in an intervention. Corey Haim got scolded by Corey Feldman, and he's like, "I could get clean. Why can't you?" And he's like, "I have a problem, but I have to deal with it." And then he ran away and never got help.
And that was just the end of the series?
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, boy. That's incredibly depressing.
Yeah, seriously.
This song, however, is not depressing. It's depressing how bad it is what I mean. I hate to say it, Pat, but this song feels like more sad, drunk uncle karaoke. Or maybe to push it even further, it's sad, drunk uncle overcome with emotion, but nowhere near capable of making it through Danny Boy at his friend's funeral.
Or The Living Years by Mike and the Mechanics.
This song is dedicated to my pal Ben. I used to work with him at the plant.
Hey, Benny boy, I got a song.
This was your favorite, Ben. I miss you so much, Ben. This song was for you, Ben. We used to love it. Sister Christian, now your time has come. You're the only one. Don't touch me! Don't touch me, Trick! I'll get to you in a second.
Hey, okay, that was great, Uncle Jim.
Finished.
Hey, that was fantastic, babe. We got to get to the next.
You're all mongrels.
Yes, we are all mongrels here tonight, aren't we? So let's get on to that next song.
Guys, I am numb right now. I don't feel anything anymore.
Nor should you.
I am dead.
How many songs do we have left?
Not too many, fortunately.
All right, good. There's not a third album, is there?
You guys. You said that last time, and we had a whole other album left.
I hope it's not. I hope it's only a few left this time.
It's a whole box set.
This and the complete Boz Skaggs.
Who would put that out? Who would put out a box set of Corey Feldman music?
He's got a vault like fucking Prince of songs. Just ready to be released. Yeah, like literally 10,000 of them.
Oh.
I very much doubt that Corey Place is the same as Paisley Place.
I think it's a bit more like Billy Idol's Cyberpunk Place.
That sounds like a bigger threat to our world than climate change.
Oh my god, yes. The level of stink just emanating from that vault. This mausoleum of Corey Feldman media.
Let's get to our YouTube comment on this one. Yes, YouTube comment for Remember 222. This one courtesy of The Sleeping Giant, who says, he sings like a gremlin. Which is patently untrue. I don't think Dave Mustaine was even on this album.
Yeah, neither Mustaine or Corgan. They wouldn't.
Hello, Corey. It's me again.
Yeah. Dave Mustaine.
That all you got, Dave? Yep, that's all I do. Can I sleep on your couch?
I live in a graveyard.
Can I sleep on a pile of dirt? I wish you would.
Dave Mustaine doesn't have a couch. He has a series of chairs that he lines up.
He has a pile of laptops perpetually tuned to InfoWars.
Oh, yeah. Him and Billy Corgan.
Christ, guys.
Oh. Track number 10, which is inappropriately named because this album has showed us none of this. Track number 10, titled Mercy.
You lying son of a bitch.
I don't like feeling this way. I fall down on my knees and pray. God, won't you help me find the strength? Lord, have mercy. Mercy on my soul. Lord, have mercy.
It just keeps getting worse. Somehow.
After so many tracks of partying and telling his critics that I'm sure are out there paying attention to him to shove it, we finally get to hear Corey Feldman get insular, including a very creepy opening line about how he mentions that he was thinking about his niece.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
What was that about? What the fuck was that?
Once again, the nicest thing I can say about a song like this is that it's unremarkable at worst, and it has a weird gospel-y part where it gets faster and repeats the same riff into oblivion.
Corey Feldman, unremarkable.
Again, he's coming in with that rap, I'm rapping because I'm Corey Feldman.
Can't stop addicted to the Corey.
Oh, we're not going to do that again.
I'd be sadder that there's so little to say about it, but I don't give a shit at this point. We've almost reached the end, and there's very nearly light at the end of this tunnel.
That's all I have to say.
One more YouTube comment for this one from Stormlit Aqua, who declares, fitting title, anyone who sat through this album is no doubt begging for mercy by now.
I sure am.
Fuck you, Stormlit Aqua.
Well, the real question is, if they're not doing a podcast where they have to listen to the entire album, why didn't they just stop after track 1 on the first album?
That's the thing, because a lot of the YouTube comments were just like, I made it to this track, I'm not going any further, or I can't believe I made it this far. Well, like it's a fucking Spartan race.
Well, like I was commenting on the last episode that who took this seriously? Imagine someone who actually, contributed to the Indiegogo, received this album in earnest and was like, they went through the whole experience of that first album and then like got that, special message from Corey
who just
to put to the next disc and be like, oh,
they were all,
to go to the next disc.
It was all moms who remember Corey Feldman coming to their mall in the 80s and signing posters of the Goonies.
You just know though, there was just one weird person out there in like fucking Oscoda, Michigan or something like that. Yeah. Going like, oh, I love Corey Feldman. He was a defining part of my childhood. The Burbs is my Bible. I'm gonna just contribute to this Kickstarter.
Well, I'm like reminded of this time that I drove out. Gina and I drove to Nashville from North Carolina. So that was like just going through the what's it called, the Blue Ridge Mountains and just like that whole area. And we stopped at this one gas station convenience store on the way, and I just saw this couple, this lady like getting the attention of her daughter to be like, oh, look at these Reese's Pieces with M&Ms in them, and was like super stoked about this.
Hang on. Reese's Pieces with M&Ms in them.
Were they peanut butter cups with Reese's Pieces in them?
So that was actually what it was, but that's the phrase that I heard.
It's sad that I knew that.
But so they were Reese's peanut butter cups with Reese's Pieces inside.
Okay,
them.
that makes more sense.
But anyway, so they were very, the woman, she was very excited about that. And where was I going with this?
Someone that'd be excited for that might be excited for this.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like that same sort of naive excitement that I just picture of someone picking up this album and, what if they had never listened to music before this somehow?
I'm sorry. The only music I know is Corey Feldman. Who is this? The Beatles? Led Zeppelin?
What is this Beatles? That doesn't seem like...
Fleetwood Mac? Rumors?
What is this Attila?
Oh, so this is an album for you. You like shit.
Do you like the sound of organs farting? We got something for you.
Hey, do you want to hear Hulk Hogan sing?
What is this? My Chemical Romances?
Welcome
to the Black Parade?
Have you ever wanted to hear a song that uses the term Hulkamaniac more than once?
Yes. Please.
Finally.
Much more so than this bullshit. Are we actually at the end now?
I think we're legitimately at the last track.
I can't take anymore. I
know.
Can't.
I know that I was off track before, but I think we're finally reaching the end.
This is like the final crank into our skull.
Track number 11. All right. Track 11. Last track. Better make it a good one, right? Make it something interesting that'll stick with us.
Lickety-splickety.
Yes, make it lickety-splickety.
Snappity-pappity.
Something that'll stick with us and maybe, just maybe, salvage this towards competency with just a touch. All right, so what do we got?
Till your mind is so bent you can't follow their roads. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero.
Fuck you, Corey Feldman.
What? Well, he didn't. Did he write this one? No.
No, this is a John Lennon
no,
song.
Just kidding.
Should I really be especially surprised? The way everything else in this album has worked out. Of course, Corey Feldman ends his train wreck on a John Lennon cover. Of course he does. Of course he twists the lyrics around to make it about him and his life, despite
He's a
having
child star.
Despite
He's not
having
a working
selfish
class
son
hero.
of a bitch.
He's never even worn a blue-collared shirt, much less worked a blue-collar job, I can assure you of that.
He's a fucking child actor.
Of course he does. Of course he makes it about himself instead of a commentary on social classes. And of course it's a fundamentally embarrassing listen that seems just to go out of its way to just rub its metaphorical nuts all over the Plastic Ono band.
Tell me about it. He's really trying to tell you something, but man, I don't want it from you, dude.
Do you know how tough I have it? I can't find any couches anywhere.
I keep asking everybody, and they keep telling me their couches are busy, that they have to wash their hair.
I mean,
I didn't
when my accountants told me that I should save all my money that I got from the Lost Boys, and I spent it all at Taco Bell and weed,
That's a lot of Taco Bell and weed.
It sure is. I needed it all.
Did he buy a Taco Bell?
Just keep it coming.
Just keep those fucking tacos coming.
Hey, can I get one of those Taco Bell KFC hybrids? Can you throw a Pizza Hut Express in there too?
I never have to worry about a meal again. I just have my own.
Long John Silver's is a part of your thing too, right? Can you just stuff a bunch of fried shrimps into it as well?
And let's get some of them personal pan pizzas from Pizza Hut too.
Hey,
do you guys still have the salad bar? No? Oh, that's cool. That place sucked anyway.
Hey, there's an A&W root beer as part of this change.
Oh, man. Taking it on back.
Also, wrap the whole thing in a Whopper. I know that's not part of your whole corporate thing, but, if I give you some extra dollars, will you just run across the street and get a Whopper?
Joe Dante won't return my phone calls anymore.
I was just over at the Burger King across the street. No one who works there has a couch.
I hate this. I hate that someone who I love, John Lennon, sure, he wasn't the best guy, but he was a working class hero. He when he was younger, not when he became famous.
Right.
But
And he also wrote fucking good music.
Yeah.
Don't take something good and make it terrible.
He didn't write a song called Duh.
He certainly did not. No, he was actually a very accomplished songwriter. You know, shortcomings aside, like, you know, we can all say that he's written some, you know, culturally relevant pieces of music. Not fucking Corey Feldman.
He's in the Library of Congress.
How could Yoko Ono let this happen? Just saying.
Yeah, because he had to call them up at some point, right?
He had to call Yoko Ono, like, pretty much to her face. He had to call Yoko and say, "Hey, can I use this song? And can I stay on your couch?" And she was like, "Eee!"
I have to imagine it went more like, "Hey, can I use this song or sleep on your couch?" What? You can't sleep on my couch. That means I can use this song. What? But no backsies. Click.
Well, we gotta give him the song now.
I know that I motioned like a rotary phone, but he still has a rotary phone. You just know
sure.
it.
Guys, I know we were listening to music, but this is making my eyes hurt.
This whole album makes Tommy Wiseau. This whole album makes Tommy Wiseau look like an auteur.
Yeah, it makes Neil Breen look like fucking Stanley Kubrick.
The fact that Tommy Wiseau is like Orson Welles in comparison of Corey Feldman.
Oh my god. The only thing I have left to contribute to this critique is this. On the day of the recording of this episode, as of exactly yesterday, the Wikipedia article on this album was defaced with a description that reads as following. Angelic to the Core is the fifth failed attempt at Corey promoting musical blasphemy to the non-existent audience. He cites SpongeBob and Santa as his main influences. He likes soda and his Nintendo Wii. American coffee chugger / singer Corey Feldman.
Do 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 do.
Beautiful.
From C to Corey C. So finally, we've reached the end. So what better way to close it out than with one last YouTube comment? This one from user Mark T. Well, on the bright side, John Lennon's estate probably made a whole $3 from FeldFam royalties. Hope you're happy.
Please clap.
Normally this would be the part where we get to our final thoughts, but really, is there any to be had? I mean, it's ironic that a recurring theme running throughout this record is Corey calling out and taking vengeance upon all the terrible naysayers, doubters, and haters who told him that he had no talent when it came to music.
Because he doesn't.
If this record is any indication, then it's pretty clear that all those same people weren't just haters, but were probably just looking out for him to make sure he didn't humiliate himself with a grand display of ineptitude.
But he did.
Yep. Fucking too late for that.
Seriously.
With Angelic to the Core, Corey Feldman has joined an elite-ish group of artists. A specific classification of incompetent artists wholly convinced of their own skill and genius and steadfastly refusing to recognize their own faults. He's fucking Florence Foster Jenkins, Uwe Boll, M. Night Shyamalan, Shuby Taylor, and so many others. Do I think this is the worst album of all time? I'm not even sure if this qualifies as music so much as the deranged and desperate ramblings of someone feverishly clinging to the last vestiges of stardom and relevance, and just refusing to quietly fade into the most loudest and most garish night possible. It's not so much an album as it is a case study in existential horror. Ah, fuck it, we already wasted 95 minutes. Worst of all time!
Yes.
Yeah, let's go around the horn here. I am 100% behind you on this. This is, so, a little while back, I've been kind of thinking about, taking our show and the experience that we've had so far, the episodes that we've gone through, the albums that we've sort of digested into consideration. I've been kind of inspired to start to think about, like, what would the worst album of all time actually sound like?
What makes an album bad?
What makes an album bad? Like, how can you take all of these factors and truly capture the worst album of all time? And, I sort of thought, like, okay, well, it has to have a certain lack of self-awareness and also absurdity and just sheer delusion with it. And, the genres of music don't quite match up with the time that it came out. And, just rap rock is just a generally reviled genre. and nu metal and bad adult rock, contemporary and dubstep, EDM, like really lame. That sort of generic, basic EDM sort of chain smokers garbage, and taking it all and also on top of that, just the hubris of having it on a double record or multi album format. I've listened to this album before, the first half, but didn't make it all the way through. This is the first time I've actually listened to the thing all the way through. And I could confidently say, yes, this has already been achieved.
It is a thing.
This is a thing, and I really say, if this is truly an album to be considered amongst all recorded medium, dear God, this is the worst. This is worse than Cyberpunk. This is worse than Results May Vary, although they're very close to both of those.
See, the one thing those two albums have that Angelic to the Core doesn't have, allmusic.com would not go near this album.
Yeah, they still haven't reviewed this.
Our go-to site for music reviews would not touch this.
Yeah, their website is right there. It's called All Music. This is not music.
In fact, from what I understand, no critical outlets would touch it. The only major outlet that would touch it was a web video show called The Needle Drop, and they pretty much named it the absolute worst album of 2016.
Yeah. What else can you say? This was fucking awful. I would never go back. What else can I say? I'm speechless. I'm appalled at how awful this is. Scott?
Thank you for having me on the podcast for the worst fucking album.
Don't you feel special? This is like a gold star moment.
Yeah.
This is,
but the gold star is for a star who fell so hard.
This would get its own subsection in our Wikipedia article.
I just feel like this is an album where a guy was told by multiple people, don't do it. And then bunch of idiots who aren't famous anymore, Fred Durst, were like, oh, no, man, you gotta do it. And he's like, I sure do.
Kaya Jones.
Yeah. I mean,
Dave Mustaine.
No, we already established he wasn't on it.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You
just know he would have, though.
Everything about this, when I usually have to listen to an album for you guys, or I listen to the albums that you're going to do, I can get through it, no problem. This was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And I had to bury my dog before my graduation party. And this was worse.
Man,
it really makes
something.
You think.
I think what we're all saying here is, Corey Feldman, give us our money back. None of us paid for this, but give us money.
Yeah, pay us in the time, the 90 minutes that I wasted listening to your inane ramblings and just...
Take us to your favorite soup kitchen where you get dinner from.
I like chunky, if you must know.
If there is such a thing, do any of you guys have a favorite track on this second half of Angelic to the Core?
When it ended.
Nope.
The closest that came for me was Negativity, just because it was kind of stupid, but in a slightly
Lee, say it ain't so.
I didn't like any of it. I didn't like 1 second.
Do you have a least favorite track? Or are we all just going to agree the worst one was We Want to Change?
That one was pretty awful.
It was, but it's tied for Working Class Hero because it took a song that I loved by a man who... David Bowie did a cover of that with Tin Machine, and they destroyed it.
I would also say, for me at least, 222 Corey's song, remembering 222 Corey's song came very close to being my worst for how incredibly uncomfortable it was to listen to.
He's so offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just a lot of that sentiment happening with me all over both discs.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And I know that we would be getting to him if we get response from him that just says, "No, you're offensive.
You're a hater.
You're bad people."
Spelled with an 8.
Hey, you're a liar.
Corey,
we're the truth.
Corey,
you're the liars.
Truth movement.
Corey.
Go get him, Angels.
Corey.
Where'd they go?
Corey, you can't afford your angels anymore.
They were here a second ago.
Nope, you're being repossessed. Everything is being repossessed, including your wife.
Hey, get off that couch! Hey, Angel, get off that couch!
Am I gonna have to go back to the homeless shelter again?
Yeah, you and Will Smith from The Pursuit of Happiness.
Sweet!
Oh, God.
Sweet! Free soup! Everything's coming up, Feldman.
And scene.
And thank God we ended.
We made it.
We made it.
Are we still sane, guys? Are we sane?
Nope. My head literally hurts.
Oh.
And I'm not even, like, joking. Hearing this again, my head hurts.
Well, we tried. That's the important part, right?
Yes.
It doesn't help.
Nope.
Scott, thank you for being on the podcast for what's probably the final time because you hate us now.
No, I will always be on when you need me. I'm like Mary Poppins. When you need me.
We'll try to pick a less worse album next time.
Yes.
Well, I
feel like we put you through the ringer enough with what we've given you.
I have a question for you. Now, I know Romeo and Juliet was terrible. But was it as bad as this?
Absolutely not.
No, I actually enjoyed the experience of roasting Romeo and Juliet. If I had, like I said this on the episode we recorded, if I had to listen to it alone, it would not have worked. I would not have been able to get through it.
Right.
It's 2 hours long, which I think was a little bit long for that film. 90 minutes for this album is not a little bit long for this album. It is gratuitously too long.
Well, I am willing to put myself in front of the train again. If you guys want to do it, I know eventually you're going to get to glitter. If you want to do it, the movie on the Bagel Basket.
Oh my goodness.
I totally will do it.
It's also an album, though.
We'll definitely have you back for something, if not glitter.
Yeah, because the guy who was in Romeo and Juliet, Vonda Curtis Hall, directed Glitter.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. You got any plugs you want to plug?
Yeah. If you haven't listened to our podcast that we did for Romeo and Juliet for Writer's Bagel Basket, you can find Writer's Bagel Basket on SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever fine videos are sold.
It's a good podcast. I've been a guest on it. Pat will almost certainly be a guest on it solo at some point.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Anytime you guys want to come back on, you're more than welcome. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And I never want to watch another Corey Feldman movie ever again.
Yeah, I'm done. One and done, baby.
You got anything you want to plug, Pat? This is probably going to come out like late November, early December, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. This is our first 2-part episode, which is pretty incredible.
I'm sleepy now.
Yeah, it's dark out now. We started this at noon, and it's 5:00 here in New England, which means it's like dark, sleepy times. Anyway, I'll plug my other podcast, Old Men Yell at Cloud. You can find us on Podbean and iTunes. Same spot you can find Jukebox Zeros. We do that with my good pals Christopher Brown and Jim Schultz.
Recently of the Sports Roundup episode.
That's right. Yeah, you can go back and listen to that episode. That was a lot of fun to do.
Maybe Jim will start talking about that creepy Bert and Ernie ROM hack again.
Yeah, he'll probably start talking about that. Probably start yelling about Joey Jordison again. Who knows?
Something about Jim Beans.
Oh yeah, just definitely have some Jim Beans thrown in the mix. Yeah, that's really about it. What about you, Lee?
I guess by that point, the next Sawtooth EP, Nazi Scalps, will be out by then. Definitely check that out. It's got some amazing it's going to have some great remixes on it from Morris Black, Ground to Dust, and some other people. And hey, if you're in the area of Uncharted Gallery in Lowell, go check them out. They could always use the fucking people to go check out their stuff. They put on great shows. They host Surprise Party a lot. And yeah, go give them your business.
Sweet. And we got are we ready to talk about the tribute album we have coming out?
Oh yeah, that's true. By the end of December, Pat's Project Smell and my Project Sawtooth and a couple other projects who actually have also been on the podcast, people from Big Time Kill and Chris Brown. stuff like that. We're putting out a tribute album to With Sympathy by Ministry.
Yeah, former episode 4.
Pretty much just to spite Al Jorgensen, who still hates the album. And yeah, go check that out late December. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do.
And I guess that about does it. Our theme song is Sunny Day by the band Froggy and the Friendship. You can check them out at froggyandthefriendship.bandcamp.com. If you have an album you want to suggest for us to review or just want to leave us some feedback or comment, email us at jukeboxzerospodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/jukeboxzerospodcast or on Twitter at twitter.com/jukeboxzeros. You can find us, rate us, review us, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher. And our archive main page is jukeboxzeros.podbean.com. That about does it for real for this episode of Jukebox.
Yeah. Okay, there's no disc 3, right?
Thank God.
There's no disc 3. I'm not sure what else he could possibly, rub his nuts on at this point.
Yeah,
he did like
dry.
a fucking Latin album or something.
Yeah. He's got that country album coming out, too.
I got a black magic woman.
The stars at night are deep and bright, deep in the heart of Corey.
Anyway, that about does it for Jukebox Zeros. I'm Lee.
I'm Patrick.
And remember,
I don't do the computer.
Bye-bye.